So for some time, as I've traveled up the West Rim Trail, I've seen this obstacle over on the left, a little bit before you get to the toll booths. I've always wondered what it would be like or if it would be possible to go over it. So finally I got up there and put the first tracks on it and dubbed it the Leviathan. So I hope it gets called the Leviathan obstacle. It certainly looks like a big monster. So the approach here is the normal, going down the West Rim Trail from north to south. You can see my first tire tracks kind of right up the middle there, but that way's a little steeper and it doesn't put you in a good position to get over those steps up on top. So I found going over to the left here a little bit lines you up better to be able to get over those two steps that are right up on top. So bump at the bottom. I went up there again the other day after it had rained, and being the north side, was pretty slippery. So it took a good bump and some wheel spin. It was a little bit scary, but got up. So here's looking back from that point right where I was, looking back on the West Rim Trail to the north, Pine Valley Mountain in the background. So from the West Rim Trail, this all looks like one big rock, and it is. It's just that the middle part is buried up on top. So when you're actually going over it, it's kind of a two-step obstacle. So coming off this first table is a little bit of a drop, but it's not a sheer drop. It's rounded a little bit, so just a nice little obstacle. Then a hard right turn to get up onto the second table, or the south table. And this is kind of fun too, because it's a nice little step up, and then you go between a couple boulders and have to make a sharp left turn up another step. So I believe this obstacle is probably an 8 rated obstacle, which makes it too difficult for the normal West Rim Trail rating for like winter 4x4 Jamboree. So it will not be included on the official trail runs, except Fault Line goes along this same part of the West Rim Trail. It is 8 rated. So probably for winter 4x4 Jamboree 2020, this obstacle should get included on the Fault Line Trail. So a little off camber going up that step there because the left tire hits first, and then a little bump helps get you up the back. So the first time I went off this on the north side, I kind of went straight down, but there's some erosion at the bottom, and that makes for a little steeper descent than you probably want. So I found going off the left side here works a little better. I've since been back up there too with a shovel and even out this landing a little bit, so it's not quite so off camber. I just shoveled some sand around. And then a little slide to the right, and you're back on the West Rim Trail. So a great new obstacle, the Leviathan. Hope you get up there and have a chance to enjoy it. So this final, I have a still picture here looking back on that descent, and you can see coming straight off the spine there, you can see where it's kind of eroded.